What if I told you the heart of one of Japan's most legendary sports cars wasn't a piston engine at all? No cylinders, no valves, no conventional rhythm. Just a spinning triangle. The Rotary. And for the Mazda RX-7, that engine wasn't just a quirk. It was a weapon that made this lightweight coupe one of the most feared machines of the 90s. But brilliance comes at a price. And the RX-7's rotary heart may have been too wild, too fragile, and too ahead of its time to survive. Pop the hood of the FD RX-7, and you won't find a typical inline-6 or V8. Instead, you see Mazda's jewel, the 13BREW, a twin-rotor, twin-turbo rotary engine. Displacement? Just 1.3 liters. Output? 276 horsepower stock in Japan, though many dynos tell a different story, closer to 300 horsepower. That's power levels rivaling Nissan's RB26 and Toyota's 2JZ, but from half the displacement and in a car weighing under 2,800 pounds. The magic of the Rotary? High revs, smooth delivery, and insane tuning potential. A well-built 13B can scream to 9,000 RPM and still beg for more. And with big turbos, these engines have been pushed past 1,000 horsepower in drag builds. The RX-7's brilliance wasn't just in its power plant. Mazda engineered the FD chassis with laser focus on balance and lightness. A 50-50 weight distribution, razor-sharp double wishbone suspension, and one of the lowest curb weights in its class gave it handling that could embarrass cars twice the price. On a twisty mountain road or a tight circuit, the RX-7 danced. Where Skylines relied on brute force and Supras leaned on turbo grunt, the RX-7 sliced corners with scalpel precision. The RX-7 wasn't built by committee. It was the product of Mazda's rotary obsession, stretching all the way back to the 1960s. While other companies abandoned Felix Wankel's strange spinning design, Mazda doubled down. They put rotaries in everything, from quirky economy cars to the legendary 787B Le Mans winner in 1991. The RX-7 was the street version of that obsession, and by the time the FD generation dropped in 1992, it looked and felt like nothing else. Sleek curves, pop-up headlights, and a cockpit that wrapped around the driver. It was exotic, but attainable. But for all its brilliance, the RX-7 had enemies. The Rotary's quirks were legendary. Thirsty for fuel. Owners joked the 13B drank like a V8, but had the displacement of a soda can. Oil consumption. The engine literally burns oil by design to keep seals lubricated. Fragile apex seals. Push the boost too far, skip maintenance, and your engine rebuild fund comes calling. In the hands of careful enthusiasts, the RX-7 was reliable enough. But for average owners, it was a nightmare. And when stricter emissions and fuel economy rules hit in the late 90s, the Rotary's flaws became fatal. Despite the challenges, the RX-7 carved out a global reputation. In the US, it became a cult hero thanks to its balance and tuner-friendly engine. In Japan, it dominated the tuner wars, a staple at option video battles, toge runs, and drag strips. And when Hollywood came calling, the RX-7 got immortalized. From Fast and Furious to countless video games like Gran Turismo and Need for Speed, the RX-7's rotary wail became iconic. For tuners, the RX-7 was a blank canvas. The sequential twin-turbo setup was cutting-edge but complicated, so many swapped in single big turbos for simplicity and power. Stock, the car pulled hard, but with a proper tune, 400 to 500 horsepower builds were streetable. And at the extreme end, rotary wizards pushed displacement with 3-rotor and even 4-rotor swaps. Think of the legendary Mad Mike Whittet drifting RX-7s with 4-rotor screamers revving beyond 10,000 RPM. Its rotary insanity turned into an art form. By 2002, the FD RX-7 was gone from most markets. Emissions, fuel economy, and changing tastes killed it. In Japan, it survived a few more years as a halo car, but the writing was on the wall. Mazda tried to keep the dream alive with the RX-8, but without turbos and with even stricter emissions, it never captured the same magic. The rotary faded into legend, surviving only in the hands of enthusiasts and collectors. The RX-7 isn't just another JDM classic. It's proof that passion can shape a car, even when the world says it doesn't make sense. It dared to be different, dared to gamble everything on an engine most companies abandoned. And that's why today, clean RX-7s are skyrocketing in value. Collectors know, you're not just buying a car. You're buying the last stand of the rotary dream. The Mazda RX-7 was beautiful, flawed, and utterly unforgettable. A car that could destroy giants on the track, but struggled to survive in the real world.